Good evening, fellow traders. Welcome to another episode of the Wolf Den Trader Takeaways. I'm the host, the Wolf. We had an amazing day today. We were 6 for 6, 3 swings, and 3 intraday trades on OTLK, SFET, and we smacked around CODX just a little bit. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and roll right up into executions. Rebecca, thank you so much, my lovely assistant. Now we're looking at OTLK. OTLK had some news out, but this was a fundamental push, we believe. We identified this with that wolf pack mentality in the Wolf Core Discord, in the Wolf Trading Discord room. The guys are up like 7:30 a.m. We're hitting these filings up, and we're getting to the bottom of this. We want to know the motive, right? So here is the 5-minute chart, and here's executions. Real quick, let's just take a little pop over to the Jumbotron. As you can see, we can see a little bit of a push, consolidation, and then trash. Now look at the volume here. Today we traded 28.3 million. That is 43 times the 10-day average, and 7.9 times the 90-day average. We had some nice volume right here. That doesn't seem right, but let's go ahead and zoom in on the consolidation. Enhance. Now we have 20.6 million warrants. They had an old 424 out with warrants that were exercisable at 290, but we know these underwriters were getting them for 258 and change, right? Net price. We want to know the net prices that these underwriters are dropping, right? How much do they literally have invested in the stock? That's what we want to know. So here we are. We're just a gap up push right back into the warrant zone. Now this morning we took a look in the weapons room, aka the runners room. We looked at every day. We looked at like 7 days. We want to know how this stock traded, and with that we got the manipulation level. So with that being said, we have a general idea. We came to a room consensus that this thing was going to pop twice. That's what it's been doing. It's been pushing twice, fading and holding and grinding. Now this thing loves to float around right here. These underwriters feel comfortable just under this warrant zone right here. They get the numbers they want. They pop in. They do their thing. They pop out. But that's all speculation. Our job is just to make money. So here we are. We're staying away from this on the front side. We got a couple entries here, just into exhaustion. Now when we get big massive extension, one wave, one push, like we're pushing from 218 almost to $3 in a couple minutes, I'm gonna hit that buyer exhaustion. So I have orders out. I'm leaning into strength right here, and then before trimming I catch these. Now we catch these on the tape. This is a scalp in the tape. That's what we do. We read the tapes. We're dirty tape specialists, and we're going to run this game again today, right? There's dilution on the tape. We have specific guidelines that we use in the Wolf Trading Discord room. This room is so sick that we can identify dilution hitting the tape. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are doing this. Probably not. We're the dirty tape specialists. Come give us a look. Here we are. Trading with the underwriters, with the institutions, and with the banks. We want to size in with the big boys, right? We want to follow the money. Somebody said today that these guys are like whales, and the Wolf Trading Room is like a pilot fish, right? We're not going to get swallowed up by these whales. We're gonna swim around with them, and we're gonna eat those scraps, and that's what we're doing. We're getting a little scrap nugget, yum right here. Get a little scrap nugget right here, right? And we're just starting to now. I'm switching over to backside core. Right, I'm going to build into more strength right here. I'm not out of the position. Executions are right here. Let me just flip this right here. All the executions for the day. Here we are building that position up. Here's the sizes right here. Okay, so it's all laid out right here. Now, once we start to push, I do put a little feeler out. Some partial fills, about 250 shares it looks like, which is relatively about a quarter of this size. And then I'm just starting to build right here. Now I had orders out above here that did not get filled in the 290, 292. I had the majority of my size up in that guaranteed warrant zone. They did not get up that high. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to size in. When we spot dilution on the tape, This is an A+ setup for us. Now we're watching the manipulation, we're watching the tape. We have specific tapes and strategies on the tape to identify these players, and we think we got a beat on them. Now they have the money to push up, and they can continue to push. I mean, make no hesitation that we still have to be extremely cautious, especially with this baseline volume. But we're going to try to trade with these guys. And we did. We get a nice flush. Now this right here gave me conviction that we were in backside. These guys took a nice little dump right there. And they got a majority of the profit that they could take. They saw the numbers they wanted to see on their level 3 or whatever it is they got. They saw the numbers and they took it, right? They got computers. Their computers are running the numbers. The computers are trying to manipulate the passive liquidity. And when they get the numbers that they want, they take it. And they took it here. And then they sit on top of VWAP. Now, I didn't know for sure if we were going to get another push. We could possibly form a right shoulder. Just don't know. So I'm taking a little bit of profit right here at VWAP. Executions are over here. And then we just fade. Now, this thing traded more sideways at this point from this point on than anything. I remember just fighting for these targets. This was a fight. It really was. This was just grindy. The excitement left the theater. The movie was over. But we're going to continue to trade this. Obviously, we're in a position. Excuse me. So we're taking profit. We're trying to bottom tick these 1 minute candles. We're trying to exit out at seller exhaustion, right? These targets were set off of short-term micro support and higher time frame volume deposits. That's how we roll. Now this was a great execution right here. I was all out at 239, so I'm flat at this point. Now I get a little emotional. I want back in, even though we got nothing but strength from my masterpiece of an exit. I want to get back in. Now, these were a little low. Even this one, I remember this one saying, all right, I'm just going to do 200 shares. I just want to get my feet wet. I want to get back in. 246, that's fine. But then I didn't pull the 248, and I didn't pull the or push up the 252. Even though I wanted to scale in, we had a 261 line. So this is where the majority of my size should be. Looks like 400 shares. I don't know. There's more orders down there. Executions should be right around here now. And I'm building a 252.85 average. Now we go to the 10th of the 1,000th of the point because we believe it counts, right? We want to be that detailed about how we trade, right? Aim small, miss small. That's how we do it, baby. Now we're sized in 252 off of a full flat flush. We're out. Now we're trying to run the game again. Now we have confidence that we're backside. Our sizing is smaller than we were in the warrant zone, right? We're not going to gamble all of this morning's profits, but sizing is in relation to thesis and theory and conviction from the tape and the candles. And then basically the rest of these targets were all set. I did juggle around a little bit. I was getting misses. This one I left. The first 1 or 2 targets I'm not going to mess around with, especially the first one, concrete, the first target for profit in the money. We got to get that in the money. That way, at least we have a TP under our belt. You know, we can cut at our average, or we can cut, we can cut out of the money and still watch the trade, or we can even cut for profit. I did an ad right here. Looking at it, it looks technically pleasing, but I didn't. This was another technical target. And then I remember in the room, I had a target with 238, and I wasn't getting filled. It was just bouncing around, and I went pro side on the adjustment. Instead of now, if I have a 238 target, I didn't get filled here, I'm not going to chase out. I'm not going to go amateur side of my 238 and chase a 241 exit. I'm going to go pro side, and I'm going to drop that down to the next micro support level right here at 230, 236. Where was it? I got this level off of a TOS chart that has different pre-market levels, but 235 is where I had my level at. So 235 was where I went pro side, and I got a partial fill, and I didn't chase it out, right? I'm sitting on a decent amount of shares from this, waiting on this all day long, and I get a partial fill and immediate snap. Now, I'm just calm, cool, collective, reading the Wall Street Journal. Comes back down, I get my full fill, and then I get my final target minus that one little 100 shares that I always keep for those low prices, right? And then that's it. That's the trade's over. I took 100 shares home with me tonight. There it is right there. That little bad boy, that 100. Gotta see it. 100, 203. We're gonna get that tomorrow. Unless these guys want to push, get some more of that money up at 290, 310. That's big money zone for them. The S3 was $100 million. This will be up there again. I would rather see strength before weakness, right? We capitalize on the range. With that being said, let's go to the next trade, SFET. Now, SFET was alerted to us in the room, and this was a purely just scalping the tape. This was small size. Where's it at? There's only 2 executions. I don't know. I can't find 2 executions on this list, but I think they were even actually. 195 and 199, right? So that gives me 97.5 average. So I have a 197.5 average, and then I'm just taking equal profit at pre-market support right here. You see that? That's where I got this level. And then this was just like 1 or 2 cents above the close. So I'm like 197.5, catching 174, 25 cents. We'll take it. Just gives us conviction that we know how to properly identify buyer exhaustion and stalling on the medium and small tapes. And then the final trade, the final intraday trade was CODX. CODX was a fun trade. This one actually was exciting to me because I was making small errors, and trading is repetitious and it's the same thing systematic over and over again. And I'm not saying by any means that I'm this amazing trader, but it is a little exciting when you get behind, right? That excitement to get back into the green, it just kind of excites me. But I'm a Division I athlete and I'm competitive, and I feel like when I enter a trade, I'm in the trade to make money. When I first took this little nibble at 8:50 in the morning, I feel like I sat down at one of the biggest poker tables in Vegas, except the whole world's playing. And that's how I feel about trading. I feel like it's a sport, it's a competition, and we're at the lab right now. What is it, 9:04 p.m.? We're still in the office because we want to get the leg up on these guys who have to go back home to their families and talk to their wives. We're still working, baby. But, that's here nor there. We're taking a piece right here. And if you watch my videos the last few days, I've just been terrible front side risk management on the front, especially in pre-market. So this one, I just can't. I need to trim. I need to be more professional. I need to have a scalable system, right? We're trading 1, 2, 300 share executions. A couple months from now, we want to level up. And in order to do that, your system has to be scalable, and you have to always have the risk in control. So that's what we're working on, and we're glad you guys are with us on this journey. We're just trying to get better every single day. That's really all it is. I'm learning just like you guys are learning. And if you guys have any questions or comments or any ways that I can improve, by no means am I even that talented. I'm just making these videos to connect with other like-minded traders, and maybe they can join the Wolf Trading Discord room. It's open enrollment. There's no fees, and we just want to get better, right? Together we are united with the same vision, right? And the people who are watching these videos have the type of passion that we're looking for. And with that being said, I'm taking an out-of-the-money trim right here for a loss. I think this was the only out-of-the-money trade of the day. That's why I'm just going to stare at it. Right? I love it. Protection. When I see out of the money cover, I'm protecting myself. Got that nest egg tight. This is what we need to work on. Now, we're pushing up and we're just doing what we always do, which is try to time buyer exhaustion. Pre-market is a little trickier. There's less liquidity. It's easier to manipulate. There's more at stake. Because in pre-market, these levels are more important, right? This candle right here, DES doesn't have, oh yeah, it does. This candle right here pushed on 27,000 shares. So they have a technical level. Now the normal trader period is just when he's in the zone, he's going to look over and just say resistance. He's not gonna know that, okay, maybe this is 150,000, and then maybe the resistance after this line in during the trading day, this could be 1.5 million, right? So basically I'm just saying that these guys have more at stake. Now's the time to put the lines, right? The manipulation is in the pre-market. These guys are printing charts, right? Like institutions and banks, they print these charts like Picasso paints pictures. And that's just my opinion, but here we are, putting the star on top right at pre-market, 300 shares at 206. That gives us a nice little average right here, above $2 average, and we get a nice flush into the bell. Now, this is me right here wanting to see more strength. If I'm going to trim early, it means I am predicting more strength, and I was really looking for that 213, 215, even right here at that 225. That's where I wanted it, right? This type of range excites me, but I want bigger plays. I want more range, I want more players, and I want better players. I want talented. I want big money, right? I want to compete with the best. And we didn't get that type of strength on CODX, but we did get some manipulation at the bell, some large level 2 activity going on, and there was a lot of bid soaking right here. And this is an abnormal market in for me. And this is what made it fun for me, a little bit interesting on this one. So I mark it into 179 right at support. If I'm going to do that, I better be pretty sure about an insta flush, and we didn't get it. Price comes back up, and then this is when I was on my toes. This is when I knew the fight was on, right? I felt like snap out of it. Come on, Wolf, we got to get dialed in on this order flow because these guys are good, right? That's how I feel when I'm trading. I'm just sharing some mental notes with you guys, and then I'm on it. Now I'm guns hot. I feel like I gotta produce, right? And then I feel like I just nailed this right here, 194. So here we are getting tricked. Here we are top ticking. Right now my average at this point, I don't have my averages on this chart. My average at this point is, man, I wish I knew what it was. It's above 190. I know that. If I had to guess, it would be like around 190, 192. So here I am, taking some, it had to have been higher if I'm taking profit here. I'm trimming the position here. This is very high for me. Wow, that's a big order. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with this unless I sized in massively, but here I am. I'm trimming the position above VWAP, looking for strength. Taking small profit comparatively to what I should have been doing. Took some profit down here. And then add it right back. Wow, this is sloppy trading for me. It's something to look at. It's not our normal rhythm, right? We got tripped up in the order flow here. This is something to look at. Then we flush, and I'm taking more profit, and we come up. And now this is a great ad right here. Shout out to Elliot, our moderator, who also nailed this. Just guys in the room, man, we're starting to get that pack mentality, right? We want to be in the rhythm, not only with the ticker and the order flow, but in the room as well. We got about 10 or 12 active traders that are in the room every day, contributing and just bouncing theses around, right? One guy's hitting the filings, one guy's in the 424, the other guy's checking out the proxies. We're just on this. We want to improve, and we want to help each other improve, right? So we can all level up together, and then we can sprint for that finish line, right? And what's at the finish line? Whatever it is that your dreams are, that's what we're trading. Canal, trader I used to follow when I first started out, Canal said that we're not trading charts, we're trading our dreams, our hopes and dreams, and that stuck with me. Shout out to Canal. I think it's Bulls of Wall Street. What's up, man? All right, so here we are just running the game out, taking profit here at 137. And then I remember I didn't hit a target down here because I didn't have a target out. I wanted a target lower, but then this started to form I don't know. My brain is telling me that we could get some strength here. I just didn't like this look, right? We stare at candles all day long. I don't like this look. I trim 100 shares off of 123, and then we push. And I thought about possibly reducing right here at this higher low, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. And then I was like, I had add orders out, right? So I'm stuck in a sideways range where strength gives me size, weakness gives me fills, and just let this one play out. This thing was just dead. I didn't see any volume coming in. Really, when demand just diminishes like this, I just let it run its course, that all-day fade. And then I remember fighting for price, trying to get that 112. Shout out to Elliot. I think he got 113 or 111. I don't know. We both nailed this trade, and then we had a large player show some size, right? 571 lot on the offer. We're gonna be watching out for him tomorrow. And then here I am just sneaking away. I gave him a little bit. That large player got a little bit of my liquidity, all out at 110. That was CODX. We had a couple swings. CEI, I covered a position a portion of the position here on CEI. I have one last target at 168, final target on CEI. My average on CEI is right here, 436, taking profit way down low. We like that. We've been doing some great swings. CAPR, we're taking profit at 513 off of a 662 average. And we have one more target down here at 441 area. And then the last trade we're going to show is GHSI. Now you guys remember GHSI. Yesterday was the main runner. Look at this wedge we have right here. Symmetrical triangle wedge. And we didn't even get any strength to the point of control. We just sold off. Now I took 60% of my position home with me last night. So I woke up and I have these targets set. These targets were also set at the same time. This is my whole game plan right here. This could be a potentially massive winner for me. Just sitting back, reading the Wall Street Times, really. This is easy trading for us. We have a great average. We're averaged at 253. And if there's borrows available tomorrow, there's a supply zone up here. Massive supply zone up here. This whole chart is bagged. Potential dilution. This would be I want to see strength, right? I have all these targets down here, but tomorrow I would like to see some strength up in the 237, 240 area, and we're going to size in on that. All right, guys, that's it. Yeah, that's the last trade, no more. Now we can hop over to the, the Discord room. Just a shout out to everybody in the room. Also, there's 16 seats left. Once we get to a specific size that I've chosen, I'm going to discontinue the open enrollment. And at this point, we just started to issue private members only videos in the Wolf coaching room. We're going over some specific super secret stuff, right? It's for members only. But we're looking for talented members to come into the room. A couple more, about 16 traders left. We're going to go ahead and lock it down. Now we go to the runners. Last thing, I just want to see what's on my radar. What could be potentially running tomorrow when I wake up? SFET, that was in play. Here we are down at a decision point. We'll see what it wants to do at that lower level. CODX we looked at it. No more demand. We'll see if that bounces back tomorrow. OTLK, now we just talked about OTLK. Could get a pop tomorrow and get back into that overhead supply dilution zone, which is very possible. That's going to be definitely on watch. XELA, this had a strong close. It's breaking out from its previous volume channel, I guess you could say, and it's sitting on top of a new channel. We want to see if it gets legs tomorrow. And last but not least, TEDU. Now, TEDU hit my scanner like midday. As you can see, out of nowhere, some volume coming in. I'm going to be doing some fundamental research on this tonight and get a good look at what we're going to be looking at tomorrow. All right, guys, for everyone who stayed with us for this video at 24 minutes of solid education, we appreciate your ear, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night.